56.5856. Up a lot. Traded 526 million shares. Wow. At 6 cents. A NASDAQ stock at 6 cents? DCTH Del Cat doing a dead cat bounce. What's this all about, you ask? What is this all about? Well, let's just do our due diligence, right? Let's do some due diligence. What's going on here? Want to act up a little bit, don't you? There you go. So, right now, DCTH on bar charts has a very weak buy of 16%. It's not really what we're looking for. Okay, you know what? I think I'm mining Bitcoins right now, if you guys want to see. Currently mining some Bitcoins. If you guys can see this right now. So, yeah, we're just doing some mining here. So while this mining's happening, it's kind of slowing my computer down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the mining altogether. That's what we got to do. Stop that mining altogether. That'll speed up the computer so that we can really just get to that next level. Now, in the meantime, there are some stocks that are hot. Why? What's going on over here, DCTH? Now, stocks are just doing crazy things all over the place. It's got my computer just acting crazy. It's like taking over my hard drive right now. Look at the price of Bitcoin. We're at $2,828 USD for one Bitcoin. Man, it's crazy. Now, DCTH has traded 527 million shares. What is going on here? This seems like somebody's raising a lot of money. What is the quick math of 527 million shares at 6 cents? It's got to be something just astronomical. I mean, I don't know if you guys are that good at math out there. But if you are, yo, Dan, the IT guy, what's up? Dan, buddy, I love what you've done with the website. My goodness. Wow. 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 All I can say is we are the news. We bring the news. And we bring the news live on YouTube, the greatest streaming platform in the galaxy. Without you, YouTube, none of this is possible. Now, what is happening in the news, you ask? As Rich Stradamus, you ask, Rich, what is bouncing today, Rich? Well, let's take a look. GAHC. It did the bounce. Went as high as 4.4, and then it went to a 4, down to 3.4, and then bounced all the way back up to 4.4, and then back down. Still up 4.9%. Another company that claims to be in the cryptocurrency and Bitcoin industry that is just blowing up, taking the world by storm. People are buying it and then immediately trying to sell it for much higher. So buyer, beware. You don't need to spend more. You need to come to Rich TV Live and we'll show you which websites to use, where to buy Bitcoin, how to buy Bitcoin, which cryptocurrencies to buy, which are currently up every single day. Well, not every day, but they're going up fast. Now, there's stocks going up too that are in the cryptocurrency and Bitcoin industry, and GHC just happens to be one of them. And they're up slightly today, 4.9%. I am an owner, a shareholder of Global Arena Holdings, and I've been doing my due diligence, and as a shareholder, I would love to see them go fully reporting. I think if you went fully reporting GHC, you guys would be trading a much higher price. So why not get fully transparent? Why not go fully reporting? If you need help, if you need restructuring, let me know. Let us know here at Rich TV Live, because we can help you. We can help you through those murky waters in the penny stock industry. If you do not know what you're dealing with, you may have the volume, but if you're dealing with the wrong companies and they're just converting and selling shares non-stop and crushing the shareholders, not giving us a chance to make any money because you're sitting there on the offer unloading all day long, well, I'll tell you right now, you might be able to raise some money short term, but long term, these toxic funders you're dealing with, they're not going to make sure that the stock goes up. No. They're going to make sure the stock goes down because they're just interested in selling all that paper. Running a box, not letting anybody buy any stock. That's why you got such a large spread. Come on, guys. Just amateur traders, not even allowing the stock to breathe, crushing every bid that pops up. Look at the offer and look at the bid, guys. Come on, guys. What are you doing out there? Why don't you let it breathe? You know what I mean? Come on. Give it a breath, would you? Now, take a look at this. BTSC. Bitcoin Services. You think it's a Bitcoin company, right? It's a Bitcoin stock, right? It's Bitcoin Services. But nobody really knows because these guys got a yield sign. That's right. Why are you not fully reporting, BTSC? Now listen, I like you guys. I love your name, okay? I think the name is cool. I think the name is good. It's hip. It's definitely trending, right? But BTSC, Bitcoin Services, I mean, why are you not fully reporting? Why do you got a yield sign? Like, listen, I made money on the stock. I'm happy about that. I love your movements. The movements are incredible. It's a day trader's dream. You can just make money right there, but you got to get in and get out. You got to be a true sniper. You got to be a ninja, because as quickly as you go up, BTSC, is as quickly as you come down. And I just think that you guys could do more if you went fully reporting. I think if you were fully reporting, we'd see you at a quarter instead of seeing you at a dime. BTSC. If you need help with advertising, restructuring, you need help with media, you need help with legal, accounting, anything you need help with, we can help you. In fact, we'd love to have you on the show. We'd love to tell your story and give you a chance to tell the world why you are the Bitcoin Services Inc. and why we as investors should invest in you, Bitcoin Services Inc. Considering you have a yield sign. And if you're in the hottest industry in the planet, Bitcoin Services Inc., why are you not fully reporting? And why are you in the pink sheets hanging around with all the stinky pinkies? I mean, it's one of those things that just make you go, doesn't it? I mean, doesn't it just make you go, Because I don't understand. I don't understand. I just don't understand. Very confused. It's one of those things that's got me confused, to be honest with you. And I don't like to be confused. I like to know what's going on. So that's what's going on with BTSC. It's up, it's down, it's a roller coaster ride. Bitcoin Services Inc. They say they're a Bitcoin company, but nobody really knows. Because you're not very transparent, because you got a yield sign. So, we just went red. That's what happens when you're not transparent and you get a yield sign. So, what about APH? You say, Rich, you haven't talked about marijuana stocks in a long time, Rich. You know, Rich, like, what's going on with the marijuana stocks, Rich? Why do you not talk about the marijuana stocks anymore, Rich? What's going on with the MJ stocks? Well, APH seems to be making nice little moves. And at 518, it might be an unbelievable buying opportunity, considering we've seen it as high as $8 in Canada. You want to know the American symbol? Aphira. I love me my Aphira Inc. Up 6.1% in America. Is it hitting a bottom? Are these companies too big to fail? Do you think these companies have a chance as medical marijuana monsters to succeed? I think Aphira on the TSX at $3.88 to me is like, I don't know, the early days of all the Canadian banks, like before they became big, when they just got started. I mean, they're on the TSX and they're raising hundreds of millions of dollars, and they are expanding globally all over the world, and medical marijuana is growing globally all over the world. And these companies are going to be growing, some of them 1 million square feet. So that's pretty big for me. And considering they're just in the early days and they're just getting started, I think that they have incredible potential. In fact, I think the marijuana stocks are an opportunity of a lifetime. I believe that if you position yourselves accordingly and understand the way the markets work and how right now the markets have seen a bottom and they're starting to turn around, we are starting to see liftoff. Thank you, DJ Cloud Ninja, DJ Kenny Lee. Now, you can see here the bid is at $388 and the offer is at $390. There's 3 offers at $390. It's like a brick wall over there. Why are you guys creating a brick wall? Do you guys at home understand what's going on right now? They got 400 shares on the offer at $390, and then there's a bid at $388. Like somebody just bought like a couple shares. Like, why would you buy 2 shares? Like, why are you wasting people's time? You're like playing games. Like, why is there only 563 trades in the American market in a company that's on the TSX? Like, let's take a look at this. I want to see this. Let's take a look at this marijuana stock. APHQF. I want to really look into it deeper. I think we need to look at it deeper. What do you guys think? Now, the bar chart wants to give it a 72% sell with a weakening short-term outlook on maintaining the current direction. Longer term, the trend strength is average. Longer term indicators mostly agree with the trend. Now, let's see the 3-month trend. Now, we've seen in the last 3 months, and remember, success leaves clues. So in the last 3 months, we've seen it find a floor at around, let's just say $4 to $5 here. And then it went over $6. And then it started to come all the way back down, which just recently hit a bottom, I would say, at, let's just say around, what is the lowest it's been? Let's find out. Let's get the exact numbers. Let's get the exact numbers. So the lowest it's been in the last year is 98 cents, which to me is mind-boggling. And that was June 7th, 2016, almost a year ago to the day. It was at 98 cents. Now we currently see it sitting at $3.88 to 90 cents USD. Now, we've seen it go as high when the momentum was building as $6.60. Now, do you believe it's possible that it goes back to $6.60? I'm just saying. I mean, it's growing. It just went on the TSX. They have a huge capacity to grow medical marijuana. We've seen them at 660. They're on the TSX, the Toronto Stock Exchange. They've been at 660. They're at 388. They've been at 660. They're at 388. They're pretty much finding a bottom over the last 3 months. So do you think that the marijuana stocks now are rallying? Now, do you think that this rally is short-term and they're going to go for a climb back to where they've been? Or do you think that they're going to go back down further? In the last 3 months, look at where they've been. So they've been much higher. On April 11th, 2017, they were much, much higher at $4.94. So even in the last 3 months, they've been much, much higher. So if you're looking for a sniper trade, if you're looking for a ninja trade, if you're looking for an opportunity, this might be a great opportunity. What do you guys think? Well, hey, you know what? I got nothing bad to say about DCTH. I got nothing bad to say about DCTH. All I could say about DCTH is that they've done really, 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 really well today. Okay? But just because they've done well today, it doesn't mean that this is going to continue. I would love to see it continue, and I hope it does. But technically, it's a weak buy based on bar chart. Now let's see what it looks like over the last 3 months. Now over the last 3 months, if you take a look at technically DCTH, you can see it's been much higher, even to the price that it's at right now, and it's been much lower as well. Let's take a look at it more further. Delcat Systems Inc. has developed a system, the Delcat system, to isolate the liver from the general circulatory system and to administer chemotherapy and other therapeutic agents directly to the liver. Now, in the last month, it's been as low as a penny. Now, it's at 6 cents. It's obviously been as high as 8 cents just recently in the last month. It's currently at 6. It's been as low as a penny. So, I mean, it's like any penny stock right now. It's going up a lot today. It could go back down. It's a NASDAQ stock, obviously, that's been as low as a penny. So, obviously, the NASDAQ gets shorted with impunity. So, you have to be very, very careful. The lowest it's been in the last year is a penny. So, where would I like to buy it? I would like to maybe buy it at a penny. Now, obviously, it seems like a great opportunity. It's been as high as $6.49. So, absolutely, there's some interest here. And I'm going to look at anything that's moving and anything that gives us a chance to make money. But we also have to be careful because anything that goes up can go down and anything that goes down can go up. Now, in the stock market, there's always a likelihood that things are going to go down more than things are going to go up because shorters exist. So you have to understand that shorters exist, and you have to understand that there's a war that is happening in the markets. Now, DCTH is winning today. And if you got in yesterday and you bought today, are you going to hold? Or are you going to sell and take advantage of this movement and be a sniper and be a ninja? What do you guys think? Oh my goodness. Some of you guys in the rooms just make me laugh. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. It's so funny. But, listen, man. I love you guys. Without you guys, none of this is possible. I can promise you this. None of the stuff that we're doing is possible. And it's true. We have a medical marijuana company that's going to be coming on our show. We have multiple Bitcoin companies that are going to be coming on our show. And we are working on creating the rich coin. It's true. So there's a lot of great things that are happening on the horizon. That's all I can tell you guys. And it's exciting. It's so exciting. And, I'm happy for DCTH, a NASDAQ stock at 6 cents. I mean, you don't see these too often. It's been at $6. I might throw some money in it. Hey, I am not risk adverse. Risk is my middle name. I take risks every single day. But do I think that this is a good play? Well, when I see it trading 549 million shares, this is equally good as it is equally alarming. So that's all I can tell you guys about that. Will I be buying this stock? I've been dating the stock. Have I bought it? No. Will I buy it? I don't know. It's in the NASDAQ and it's trading 549 million shares. So that's a heck of a lot of selling and that's a heck of a lot of buying. So that's alarming in a good way, but it could be alarming in a bad way. So as a momentum trade right now, it's been up. It's come down. It's now come up. It's starting to turn down. It's a 16% buy. I definitely think it's one of the hottest stocks of the day. That's for sure. But usually stocks that are the hottest stocks of the day will come back very heavily the next day. So this stock right here, this is why I always say to you guys, do not chase stocks. If a stock is up 57%, don't automatically go and buy it. Okay? Understand, I just told you guys it's been much lower. It's been as low as a penny in the last month, in the last 3 months, in the last year. It's been as low as a penny. It's been as low as a penny just 4 days ago. So, and it's been as high of 8 cents today. And it's retracted. So it's exciting to see the growth. Great 3-4 day run. Incredible 3-4 day run. But will this continue? And if it does, we definitely need to jump on it. Because we've seen it here as high as $6.49 on August 4, 2016. Now that's alarming to see a stock go from $6.49 to a penny, and it was down 99%. Why was it down 99%? It's obviously got to be a dog with fleas. So that's the reality. It's going to promote whoever they want to promote and do whatever it's got to do. And if it's a run, hey, we can do a sniper trade. We can do a ninja trade. Do I think that this is something I want to hold in my portfolio long term? I don't know. I got to do more due diligence. But right now, for a short-term play, it looks like a good opportunity for a short-term play. Because you could see that it's technically almost at a bottom, a 52-week low compared to where it's been. And it's on the NASDAQ, so there's a lot of pressure to get the price up because you can't be less than $3 to $5 when you're on the NASDAQ. So these guys got to get their act together. And I always tell you guys to find me NASDAQ small cap stocks. And DCTH is a NASDAQ small cap stock, which is currently down 99%. So they're obviously up against it, and they got to do something miraculous to get their act together to be able to get back to where they need to be and get them back to where they want to go. Because right now, man, they got a lot of angry shareholders, as you can see. My goodness, a lot of angry shareholders. A lot of angry shareholders. Oh my goodness. Let's take a look at GHC. Yep, there it is. Brick wall of sellers killing all the steam. Now you say 21 million shares. That's a lot of selling. It is. It is. But those streets are evil in the markets. And when you got so many toxic sellers in the pink sheets that make a living by selling stock at a discount and giving millions of dollars to these companies, what do you think is happening right now? Let it breathe, guys. Take a day off. Go on a vacation for a week. Let the day traders make some money. Let us buy low and sell high. I challenge you guys. If you buy it right now at 377 and you flip it at 393, see if these guys jump you. Test it. I've tested it. They'll jump you. Every time I put a bid up, they jump me. Every time I put a bid up, they jump me. Every time they put a bid up, they jump me. Do you think I won't expose you guys live on YouTube and live on Rich TV Live, the greatest streaming, fastest growing platform in the universe for everything real time, everything trending, everything business, stocks, sports, travel, and trending? I mean, that's what we do here on Rich TV Live. You guys don't even know what we're building behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, I have my own IT team that I can't even speak their language. I have no clue what they're doing, but my goodness, are they doing something? Let's just say that Rich TV Live is going to have a facelift, both on the website and on the app. And it's because of you, the people. You, the people, have spoken. And because you, the people, have spoken, because you have said, hey, Rich, we want more chicken dinner, I had no choice but to say, hey, you know what? There's a IT guy, this guy named Dan. Oh, man, he's a special guy. This Dan, the IT guy, he is a special guy. See? Isn't that funny? Look, 393, let's see. Will you get jumped in your war zone, in the markets, in Pennyland? Will you get jumped? It's a war zone out there when you're buying stinky pinkies. I made money on this deal. Right now I'm down on the deal. Am I scared? No. I'm not scared. Am I worried? Well, as a human being, as a trader, man, you're always worried. So how do I fix this problem, you say? Rich, how do you fix the problem? If you buy a stock way too high and get stuck playing this dirty game, where these guys are trying to run a box and unload paper. Look at the bids building. Well, What's going on? So there's a game within the game. In the markets, you can sit there and buy the stock, and then you can sit there and sell it. But if the market makers or the toxic funders that are working with the company, and they're giving them money, and the company's giving them shares, and we, the shareholders, sit here, and we try to contact these companies, and they don't communicate with us. And then meanwhile, they're not fully reporting, they're not fully transparent, and they got a yield sign. And that yield sign says we don't have to be fully reporting. We don't have to be fully transparent. Look, the bids are building as we speak. 381 on the bid, 394 on the offer, but nobody's buying on the offer, are they, guys? Why are they not buying on the offer? Because you guys took all the steam out of it. Because you got greedy. Because you decided you wanted to just sell 21 million, 50 million, 100 million shares a day and not let anybody sell their stock. So in order for them to sell their stock, you got to sell on the bid, which is killing the stock and not letting the market actually grow properly. You're killing this stock. You're sucking the life out of it. You're choking the life out of everybody that's in the stock. You're just choking it. Choking it up. And it's just like, why do you got to do that? You know? Why? How do you get preferred shares? Well, if you want to learn how to get preferred shares, you gotta subscribe and you gotta join our team, and we can show you how to get preferred shares. It's so easy. I mean, for you to ask, how do you get preferred shares? I mean, makes me, it's one of those questions, like things that make you go, doesn't it? Now, here at Rich TV Live, we structure companies. We take private companies public. We create private companies from scratch, and we take them public. And we help public companies, and we help private companies. Whether you're a private company or you're a public company, if you need a consulting firm, if you need an advertising firm, if you need a media firm, if you need anything related to awareness and visibility and being, let's just say, discovered amongst the community of real investors, well, we're one of the fastest growing communities of real investors that are learning about penny stocks, small cap NASDAQ stocks, big board stocks, and Bitcoin cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin stocks, and medical marijuana stocks. So we really focus, that's kind of our niche, and I'm not against buying anything that is moving, anything that is trending, anything that has the big mo. In fact, if you have a pick and you think your pick is better than my pick, I say, give us your pick. I do not profess to be the greatest trader on YouTube, and I do not profess to be the greatest trader in the world. That is not what I profess. I profess to be an entrepreneur that's been in business my entire life. I've been very successful. I've made mistakes. I've learned from my mistakes, and I will continue to make mistakes, because as an entrepreneur, you can't be successful unless you make mistakes. So what we want to do here is we want to be the platform where we can interview CEOs of private and public companies. We can interview CEOs of Bitcoin companies. We can interview CEOs of medical marijuana companies. That's where we want to be. That's what we want to do. And that is our modus operandi. Whether you like us or hate us, that's totally fine. We are simply just wanting to be the news. We are going to show you what is going on in a fun and interesting and entertaining way. We're going to have news. We're going to have music. We're going to have sounds. We're going to have sound effects. Oh, Cristiano Ronaldo just scored another goal for Portugal against Latvia. Sorry, Latvia. CR7 does it again. Cristiano Ronaldo what do we do when we score goals and Portugal is scoring? What do? We celebrate the great Cristiano Ronaldo CR7. Now you ask, why do I have CR17? Well, before CR7, there was CR17. As we see, BTSC retracting at 8.8 by 9, having a crazy pullback. It goes up, and then it comes down, creating a buying opportunity. When it goes down, you think of buying, and when it goes up, you think of selling. Keep it simple, guys. Buy low, sell high. Keep it simple. Accumulate. Now, why do I love Alphyra Inc., a medical marijuana stock that's been much higher? Well, what's not to love? Let's take a look at APHQF, a company that I just think is too big to fail. Now, bar chart doesn't agree with me. Bar chart's got them at a 72% sell, which is crazy because I think this company is a monster. For some reason, bar chart doesn't want me to look. Okay, bar chart, I see that you're being moody. I don't know why. Why are you being so moody? Come on, bar chart. Bar chart. Being all moody. Now, if you take a look at the 5 hottest stocks today, you see DCTH numero uno. You see ASNA at 21% up in number 2. You see ATAI up 19% in number 3 spot. You see REFR up 16.7% in the 4th spot. And you see LAYN in the 5th spot. That's the top 5, people. On a Friday, we're going to the bell. We got 11 minutes until the bell. Now, what are you guys going to do for the weekend? Because life's too short and you got to have fun. You got to have fun. You got to make money. That is my message to you, the people. Have fun. Make money. Love everyone. Work as a team. Together, everyone achieves more. Buy Bitcoin. Buy medical marijuana stocks. The great Kenny Lee. Look at this. The brick wall just turned to 868 shares sitting on the offer. The brick wall. Or is it shorters? Do you guys see the game within the game here? This is selling pressure, guys. Even though this is going up 6.4%, there's people trying to buy at 3.88, and there's people trying to sell at 3.90. Understand what's going on here. There's more selling pressure than buying pressure. Be careful. But I love it. And I think it has huge potential. And I think at these prices, I think it has huge, huge, huge potential and room to go. And right now, I know that it's been as high as $8. So since I know it's been as high as $8 and it's currently at $5 in Canada, I just think it has so much room to grow. And I think it is something that I just love. And I just think I want it in my portfolio long term and forever. That's just the way I think. So, Mr. Khatam, I'm live on YouTube right now.
Live?
Yes.
On your Friday afternoon.
I am.
That's fantastic. It's a great time to be live. The cryptocurrency world is rising to the top.
The cryptocurrency world is rising? Okay, so let's talk about it. What's happening in the cryptocurrency world specifically?
Well, I got to tell the people on Rich TV Live, the subscribers, I know you guys all love penny stocks. Penny stocks are definitely an intriguing world, and money has been made over the last 30 years in penny stocks. But a lot of money has been lost. But in cryptocurrencies, if you take a look at them, go to World Coin Index, okay? WorldCoinIndex.com.
I'm showing it right now.
You go to that and you look at the top 300 companies out of these 700 different cryptocurrencies, and you'll see that all of them in the last 90 days are up thousands of percent.
All of them? All of them?
300 pretty much. Out of 700 are up. 300
out of 700 are up.
If you were to pick 10 of them and throw your money at it, you most likely would have been up out of 7 out of 10.
Okay, and how? Okay, so you have tested this yourself, Mr. Khatam?
I have tested this with one of the coins. I've gotten involved in Unity Ingot.
Let's pull it up. Hold on. Let's pull it up. I'm pulling it up live. On YouTube, the greatest streaming platform in the universe. Now, my question is, who's watching? That's the real question. Because if you're not winning, you're not watching. Because Mr. Khatam brought us this pick when it was at 2 cents. And look at it now, folks. It's at 9 cents. And not only are we watching, and not only is Mr. Khatam winning and buying UNY, but Mr. Khatam is actually talking to the company, and we would love to have them on the show, would we not, Mr. Khatam?
Absolutely. They have their president getting ready to come on the show actually very soon, because they want to explain to us what Unity Got is going to be doing, what the game plan is that they're going to be executing. They have a very good, very intriguing game plan. I believe there's going to be a lot of value built in this coin. When you look at their game plan, it makes sense. And at the end of the day, when you see a business that makes sense, you generally will see great revenues from it. So as you watch the growth in this, it's still a great potential to get in because, 9 cents to $1, it's still a great gain, huge gain. Oh,
for sure. If this goes from 9 cents to $1, I'm telling you, I'm going in. I'm getting in. So, hey, listen, I haven't bought in. I know you've already been up like close to 500%. So congratulations, Mr. Khatam. I'm super happy for you. I'm proud of you. You tested it. I started testing the Bitcoin stocks. I actually did really, really well initially. I'm now down a little bit in GHC. I did profit in GBTC, and I did profit in GHC the first time around, and I did profit in BTSC the first time around, and I'm very happy with it. I'm actually very happy with it. I am now in BTL, which is a Canadian company. You should look into it, Mr. Khatam. They are into the cryptocurrency space. BTLLF is the symbol in America. BTL is the symbol in Canada. And they have been doing extremely well. They've also been getting heavily promoted by the National Inflation Association, who is taking a lot of the credit for it. And it has gone up from, I believe, 50 cents and is currently trading over $5. So, yeah, it's done really, really well. And I just recently started getting involved in buying a little bit of it. And I got myself still GAHC that I bought back into, and I will be accumulating more. My plan is to accumulate all of the Bitcoin stocks and as many of the Bitcoin cryptocurrencies I can get, and as many of the medical marijuana stocks as I can get, especially right now as they are at the lower levels. I believe pretty much now starting to find a bottom, starting to see a dead cat bounce. What do you think about the medical marijuana stocks? Do you think that that's a fad, or do you think the medical marijuana stocks long-term have potential? What do you think?
No, at the end of the day, right now, all the valuations are down because, legally they're trying to figure out how they're really going to roll everything out. So as they kind of roll everything out and you see it become recreational in different places, you got to think about it. It's going to be smoked by millions of people. It's going to be all of a sudden used for medical reasons and everything like that by millions of people. So at the end of the day, you're going to see these valuations go back to their correct levels once that happens. But right now, there's a bit of basically a little bit of a air let go out of the bubble because of the fact that, they're trying to figure out how they're going to roll everything out.
Well, I think that right now there may be a great opportunity to buy, and I think that there's some huge potential. And I love Bitcoin, and I love medical.
Also, the one thing is you have to be careful, because the one thing I have to say is in the ETF, okay? For example, or I believe one of the companies, Organigram, it is. Out of those 10 or 16 companies that are in that ETF, if a couple of these companies go belly up, they're each about 10% of that ETF. So it's going to cause a lot of issues. And a lot of these bigger licensed individuals, they didn't anticipate so much smaller competition. And because of that, their valuations are getting extremely affected, because they spent millions of dollars on licenses, and they were getting all these valuations that they're going to get all these customers, but they didn't realize there was all this competition. The small mom and pop shops are allowed to exist as well, so it makes a huge difference.
I think that's amazing, because as a person that's an entrepreneur, that means that there's going to be more opportunities for entrepreneurs like us to have the opportunity to get into the medical marijuana space if we choose to, in one capacity or another. Like, for example, I'm getting involved in the CBD industry, and I know that you're very heavily involved and getting involved in looking into the CBD industry as well, and the nutraceutical industry. And we're very heavily involved in looking into, right now, researching actually CBDs, THCs, chirpings, CBNs, and CBGs. And I can't really tell you guys the name of the company yet, but I can tell you guys very soon, we are going to be launching our own show talking about our own CBD company, which has already 2 websites, which already has revenue and already has patients. So we have tested 80 different variations before we came up with our CBDs. We have purpose-built products. We are identifying that there are major terpenes in CBDs, and we are identifying terpenes profiles. Some of our terpenes are made of lemon haze, and we got some crazy things that are happening. We have some really crazy things that we're doing. It's groundbreaking. It's revolutionary. You, Mr. Khatam, are one of the leaders for Rich TV Live of Bitcoin, being one of the people that have brought us, UNY, and brought us the whole idea, the concept of Bitcoin, driving this concept, not just for me and for our listeners and our subscribers, but I know you've been getting a lot of friends and family involved and interested and learning about the industry. I've been really driving the medical marijuana industry. I really believe long-term that these companies have huge potential. I know that you believe it's difficult to grow these crops. When these companies say they're going to have a 1 million square foot facility and you're going to have these huge warehouses of crops, isn't that not like a forest? Is that not like complicated and difficult to grow?
It's impossible to get the quality that a small connoisseur gets when he's actually.
So it's actually better then for these smaller companies that are going to have a better quality product. These bigger companies might actually lack in quality because they're so focused on pumping out quantity, and they have such a high burn rate, which we've seen with Canopy Growth Corp. Canopy Growth Corp was trading as high as $17. And now they're struggling at $7.87. Now we see that they are climbing back up, struggling at $7, climbing up 7% today. So they may be starting to see a bottom. They might be having a dead cat bounce, and this may be a bottom. And I pray and I hope that the marijuana industry and the marijuana stocks start turning around. And I say to you guys that are marijuana CEOs that are watching our show, because I know a lot of you guys are watching, okay? Abcan, Supreme Pharmaceuticals, Organigram. We love all of you guys. I've invested in all of you guys, okay? A lot of our listeners, watchers, and subscribers invest in your companies, okay? They will continue to day trade and invest long-term in your companies. And I believe all of you are great companies, okay? Now, the problem is that when you guys don't come on the show, it kind of makes people think that you have something to hide. So if you're willing to come on our show, it's going to show everybody that you have nothing to hide, you're fully transparent, and I believe it'll be a huge benefit to you. And we will be able to give you a video press release. So instead of actually being able to go and just doing a press release, we can do a video press release. We can make it short, we can make it beautiful, we can make it nice, we can edit it, we can make it really professional for you. We are getting better. We will continue to get better to actually have professional, high-level quality editing and professional studio-type, Hollywood-type television production. That is where we want to be. Now, obviously, when you're a small company on a small budget, limited to no budget, and you're just working on talent and effort, you're going to grow slowly but surely. And that's how we have grown here at Rich TV Live. But even though we are a small community here of only 820 subscribers, our growth has been exponential as far as the opportunities and the companies that are watching Rich TV Live. Would you agree, Mr. Khatam? Mr. Khatam, are you there, Mr. Khatam? I think we lost Mr. Khatam. I just hung up on Mr. Khatam. Mr. Khatam, if you're watching, you need to call me again, Mr. Khatam. I just went on a rant, and you didn't even answer. Very unprofessional. Very unprofessional. Now, in the meantime, Atila, the medical marijuana gorilla, let's just see if he's around. Because I haven't talked to him all week, and I haven't talked because the medical marijuana stocks have been sleeping. Atila.
Hey, Rich, how are you?
I am absolutely fantastic, my friend. We are live on YouTube, the greatest streaming platform in the galaxy. And because the medical marijuana stocks are finally up again, I decided I'd give you a call because we actually have something good to talk about. Because for the longest time ever, the medical marijuana stocks have been down, and now we finally have some liftoff. What do you think, my friend? What do you think?
Well, I don't know if it's a little bit maybe too premature to really celebrate about it. I mean, yes, I'm glad the stocks are up, but I'm not going to put a lot of faith in them continually going up. I'm going to wait for probably something a little more positive in regards to the marijuana stocks going up. I mean, yes, most of them are kind of up, but I'm still going to be a little bit careful about buying these stocks right now still. But, keep an eye on them and watch them. If I see a steady, gradual upgrading in the stock, then I'll probably put a little more faith in it.
Do you not think that these companies are going to go on a run, considering that's what they do? They go on these epic runs, then they come down, then they go on epic runs, then they come down, then they go on epic runs, then they come down. That's what they do. I mean, look in the last 3 months. Look at Aphira Inc., okay? Aphira Inc. today, like Supreme Pharmaceuticals today on the American side, SPRWF, is at 98 cents. It's up 3%. If you actually look at the charts of all of these stocks, you will see that even in the last 3 months, they've been much higher.
Oh, for sure.
So instead of being down like so many people are, I'm actually super excited and I'm happy about this, and I'm accumulating these stocks. I'm just going to keep accumulating these stocks, and I'm super excited about it because I believe, like I've seen APHQF be as high as $6. So right now that's the ETF? No, APHQF, Aphira Inc.
Oh, okay, you're American, yeah.
Yeah, it's been as high as $6, and it's currently at $3.87. So if I look at that as a trader, to me that's a great opportunity as a sniper just to get in and get out and make a nice return.
For sure, for sure.
You know, because APHQF, APH in Canada, Fire Inc. in Canada, it's been as high as $8, and it's currently at $5.22. So I see a company that's a TSX company. It's a medical marijuana stock. It's been as high as $8, and right now it's at $5.22, and it was as low as $4.98 at the beginning of the day, and it's been as high as $8 just in the last 3 months.
Yeah, for sure. You know that. I look at that as a buying opportunity right now. I don't know how much lower these marijuana stocks can actually really go.
You have to understand, they only go down so that they can go up. That's the game that the market makers play. So you got to buy low and you got to sell high. You can't get emotional. This is why I never sell for a loss. They go up and they go down. I don't get emotional. I have no emotion. They go up, I sell them. They go down, I stash them. They go up, I sell them. They go down, I stash them. They go up, I sell them. They go down, I stash them. They go down, I watch them. If I think that they're going to go down more, I watch them. I don't buy them. And if they start to turn around, like they're starting to turn around, then is when I'll start to accumulate more. And that's when I'll start to lower my average cost. So now my cost will be much lower and I'll have the ability to get out because at some point they're going to go on a run. Because they always do. So I think it's naive for anybody to think that they will not go on a run again. I believe they will go on a run, and I believe that anybody that is smart that watches their charts and watches the way they trade will know that they will go on another run, especially in the next 3 months. They will go on a run. They always do.
Right. Well, yeah, that's pretty much what they do. You know, they go up, and like you say, they go up and they go down. They go up, they go down.
This is what they do. I mean, you can't get emotional, you know? And it's hard not to. Look at Canopy Growth Corp. They're up 6.7% today on the day. So that would have been an incredible intraday trade. So that's what I mean. Like if you actually watch these stocks like a ninja and don't get emotional and stay in a cash position and watch them and wait for them to get to these levels, this is when you want to be buying these stocks.
For sure.
Like now is the time to buy these stocks. Yeah, it's not when they're at $17. Canopy Growth Corp has been as high as $17. Right now it's at $7.
Yeah. Screaming buy. Screaming buy, for sure.
I don't know if it's screaming buy. I don't know if it's screaming buy. I don't know if it's screaming buy. I don't know anymore about Canopy Growth Corp. I own it. And I just think it's like a dog with fleas.
Yeah, there's some talk about Canopy Growth not being worth what, they claim to be worth. And, I think the stock has come down, like you say, from that 17 high. I mean, it's a pretty dramatic, that's a $10, reduction in the stock value. So that's quite a bit. But again, I'm hearing that Canopy may not be the number one stock to be buying right now. Actually, that one that IPO just recently, that Med Relief.
Oh, it got crushed.
Yeah, it got on the opening. They lost 22% on the opening.
And I can't find it anywhere.
It's climbing back up though. It's back up to $9 today.
Wow. I can't find it anywhere. It doesn't show up on level 2.
Oh, I looked it up today and it's back up to like $9. It's
yeah, it doesn't show up. It doesn't show up on level 2. It doesn't show up on level 2 yet. So it's that's pretty crazy, man. I like that one too. That one makes $30 million a year right now.
Yeah, but
symbol is LEAF. Symbol is LEAF, guys. Med Relief. It's at $9. I mean, I haven't bought it, but I just want to let you guys know LEAF, another company, climbing at $9 on the TSX. Well, I don't. Like I said, the market makers determine the price of these stocks. I don't determine the price. I'm just like you guys. I'm just a trader. I'm just learning. I have a lot of experience in the markets. I win sometimes I lose. My strategy is always accumulate. Just accumulate stocks over time. Stocks to me are like real estate. You know, I've bought real estate that I've held and that were down, and now it's up. And you know, sometimes I've had stock, I've had real estate that was down that I sold. You know, and you know, I've done a lot of different things with real estate and stocks. You know, and I've lost money on real estate and stocks. You know, and I've made money on real estate and stocks. So it's like, you know, anytime you're involved in anything, things are going to go up and they're going to go down. The key is learning not to be emotional, learning to trust your gut and not to be emotional. And when you can learn to trust your gut, we here in this world, our gut is extremely powerful. And if we can learn to tap into that intuition and really just watch stocks and buy them when they're beaten up and down and sell them when they're up and everybody wants them, that's how you make money.
Yeah.
But what happens is we buy stocks, when they're up, we chase them thinking that they're going to keep going up. What we should be doing is we should be buying them when they're down and beaten up. And when they're up and everybody loves them, that's when you should be selling. Like a great example is Tesla. Let's talk about Tesla. Tesla is everybody's darling. It's been going up every single day. It's been absolutely on fire. Well, Tesla right now today is down 3%. And it's at $357. I even thought buying Tesla today was a great idea. And it was at $372 because it goes up every single day.
Yeah.
But I see an article on Seeking Alpha saying that it's the short of the century. And then it goes down. It's crazy how these articles, even on Seeking Alpha, are extremely powerful. And I see an article that Snap is the short of the century. And what happens to Snap? Snap gets shorted and it goes down. I see an article that Snap reduces their price target by a huge bank. And what happens? Snap gets crushed, goes down another 4% today. Snap has just been getting crushed day after day after day. Now, I don't control the market. Another stock that I own that is down. But do I love it? I absolutely love it. Will I buy more? Absolutely. I'm still waiting for it to go lower than 18. It hasn't gotten lower than its IPO price of 17.
Wow.
So 18 might be a bottom, but we'll see. It's at 1808. So I'm thinking about buying, but it might go lower. If it goes lower, I'll buy more. I'll just accumulate more because I love the company. I love the technology. Every time I'm with my kids, my daughter grabs my phone and she gets on Snap and she starts doing funny faces. She starts doing these little pictures and she loves it. So I just believe in it long term. I just think long term it has potential. A lot of people want to beat it up. You know what? If they're going to beat it up, I'll buy more. I'll just accumulate more. That's okay. It's okay.
I saw an article today that Facebook has actually been stealing some of Snap's ideas, some of their ideas.
Everybody is. Everybody is.
They're playing, for sure.
Facebook, Instagram, pretty much everybody that is in streaming or photos, pictures, is trying to copy Snap, because what Snap is doing that I absolutely love is they are recreating the camera. They are bringing life back to the camera. Snap is bringing life back to the camera. Snap is all about pictures. It's all about photos. It's all about sharing. It's all about communities. Well, what is Facebook? Facebook and Snap are the same. Facebook is all about communities. Facebook is all about sharing. Facebook is all about pictures. Facebook is all about videos. Facebook is all about communities. You know, like that's what Snap is. But Facebook does it on a larger scale, and they've been doing it longer. And Facebook is actually very scared of Snap, and that's why they're using Snapchat. That's why they're using Instagram to use Instagram stories and Facebook stories, which they stole from Snapchat. They stole that from Snapchat, which is called Snap Stories. So they stole all of Snap's ideas. So at the end of the day, Snap is original, and I like it. And I think what Snap is doing is brilliant. And I see all these articles that everybody's writing, hating on them. But I do see Snap is acquiring other companies. And I do see that Snap is acquiring companies in the camera and the film industry. So what they're trying to do, which I think is really brilliant, is they're trying to recreate the camera. They're trying to bring back life to the camera and to the phone. And I think it's smart, and I think it's brilliant, and I think that they have an edge to them. And I believe long term they're going to be a success. And I'm not very concerned about all these haters and all the naysayers right now. I'm just going to continue to accumulate. And that's always been my plan with all the stocks that I've ever bought. And once I find stocks that I like, I just continue to accumulate. And long term, I believe that I will win with Snap. And I won with Facebook when everybody said that Facebook was going to be a failure. And this just reminds me a lot of how Facebook started. So let's see. Let's see what happens. I might be wrong.
Well, it took a while for Facebook to get up to where it is now. So,
I mean, look at Facebook now. They're up 400% from their initial IPO. Oh, sorry, 500% from their initial IPO. If you take a look at Facebook, 500% from their initial IPO. And if you look at Facebook and you look at Snap, how they went public, it's almost identical the way they went public. And if you look at all the technology companies today, you look at Tesla today, it's down 3%, 4%. You look at Facebook, it's down 3%. You look at Snap, it's down 4%. I mean, they're all down today. They're all down at the same time. So they've all been up. They've all been incredible winners. So eventually you're going to have a downturn. And even Snapchat, it's up from its initial IPO price of $17. So even at $18, people are able to sell and make a profit.
Yep.
It's a no-brainer. So
for sure,
shares are going to get leaked out. Go ahead.
Did you happen to get a look at Green Bank Corp?
Which one's that?
Today? It's GBC, I believe.
Wow, hold on. Before I look at that, take a look at MUSS. I'm going to start dating right now. It is climbing a ridiculous 592%, currently at 90 cents, trying to do a sneaker move, just like a little ninja move so nobody knows, but we're going to watch it and we're going to find it. We're going to identify it because that's what we do. We bring the winners. If you bought this one's got you whistling down the road. My goodness. Wow.
What's that symbol again?
Wow. MUSS. Mary, Umbrella, Sam.
Wow. I don't have my computer. Well, I got it with me. It's just that I'm on the road kind of thing. I'm pulled over just to talk to you. But, yeah, I don't have a Wi-Fi hotspot here where I can get on my computer and look at stuff. But I just came from somewhere where I was doing my research and stuff, so I've been there for hours.
Yeah, well, the market is closed. MUSS finished the day up 592%.
Wow.
Absolutely.
You know, if only we could get these alerts the night before, you know what I mean? Or, you know, those kind of things are awesome, but, you know, it's kind of hit and miss. You know, you take a chance on buying a stock like that, and you don't see the performance until, you know.
Well, I don't know. I think that, you know.
How much did it go up from the opening bell?
20 cents to $1, as high as $1.36 today.
From at the opening bell.
20 cents.
And what did it go up to within the first half hour?
It's been as high as $1.36 today.
Wow.
And then
it's been steady all day then.
Yeah, and then it came back down, and it's settled off at around 90 cents. The last trades of the day were all at 90 cents. So it's just like a little bit of a sniper trade. It's a little bit of a weird one. I don't know much about it. Might just be a promoted stock, right? It might just come right back down, or it might go up.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's something that we need to be watching. I'm watching it. I'm going to be watching DCTH and MUSS very, very carefully. Some people have talked about DCTH, and when it was going down, I wasn't very interested, and now it's climbed up and had a big day today. I don't know if you saw that one today. It's a NASDAQ stock at like 6 cents, DCTH. Did you see that one?
Yes, I did, yes.
Yeah, so that one was very heavily up today. And one that I really like, I don't know if you've been watching it, it's a medical marijuana stock I've been talking about since it was at 2 cents. and it's called PNTV, the Players Network. It's a fully reporting medical marijuana penny stock, and it's just gotten fully reporting, and it's currently at 12 cents. And I've been watching it since it was at 12 cents. I didn't buy it. I missed it. I really like this company. I know the CEO. He knows me, and the company's doing really well, and I'm super proud of you, Mr. Bradley. And I wish you guys only the best, and I'm super proud of the way you turned this company around, and you've turned this into a successful medical marijuana company. And I think that this thing is a huge potential, and I think it has huge potential to go places and continue to grow. Now, it's very, very up, so be careful, but I believe it's 100% buy on bar chart. So bar chart's acting kind of funny for me right now. I'm not going to try to pull it up, but it has been on fire, and it's just been climbing every single day. So put PNTV on full alert. It's a fully reporting medical marijuana company, and it's on fire.
And, you were talking there the other day on your show, that these smaller marijuana companies are probably going to be, and even the government kind of reiterated this, that they're going to be giving out more licenses to especially the smaller marijuana companies, so that later on there'll be, I don't know when this will start taking place. The marijuana industry, let's face it, it's still fairly new to us, so we haven't really figured out exactly what they do and why they do it, but I believe the smaller marijuana stocks, just like when the marijuana stocks were hot last year, I think the smaller companies are going to start reacting like these ones that we're watching now. So these upcoming small players, especially these ones out there in BC, I mean, the ones that are worth 2-3 cents, like you said, this particular one, and then boom, it's up to 12 cents now. Those are the ones that give you spectacular returns, right?
Let's look at MJN, Kronos Group. I mean, to me, it's just a no-brainer at these prices. $1.77. Like, this was trading like way higher. I think this was been over $4. So anytime you can get it into something that's traded as high as $4, and now it's at $1.77, trust me, this is a very good company. It has 4 licenses to grow medical marijuana. This is extremely undervalued at $1.77 based on where it's traded. Now, is it overvalued or undervalued based on real fundamentals? That's the real question. The question is, will these continue to trade at these crazy multiples that they've been trading at, or are they going to start to trade based on real fundamentals? Because if they're going to trade based on real fundamentals, maybe they aren't going to go up as much. So I don't know. We'll see. But based on what they've traded recently, I believe these are all a buy. Personally, these are all a buy for me.
How much has that MJM gone up in the last couple days?
Well, it's currently up 2% today. It's at $1.77. I know I personally bought it at like $1. What was it? $1.20, and then sold it for $2.36. And then I saw it go. And then I saw it go to as high as $4, and felt like an idiot. Felt like an idiot. And now I see it all the way down to $1.77, and I'm super happy that I sold. So I mean, like, it's been a roller coaster ride. I made money on it, and I see it down now, and I'm thinking about buying it again. I'm actually thinking about loading up and buying all these marijuana stocks.
You don't want to wait a while, like a week or so or two, wait until you see what kind of reaction we're getting from all of these companies, because there a lot of them have gone kind of forward a bit, but
they've only gone forward. They've only gone forward for 2 days.
Yeah, I know. Like,
it's nothing.
It's early.
So to me, they're.
We got 13 months left before the big day, right? So
I'm not worried about the big day. I know that the way the stocks work is they have to go up and they have to go down, and I know that these stocks are going to go up again. I know it.
Yeah.
So I'm not even remotely worried. I'm just looking to accumulate more. I have a lot of money in marijuana stocks, and they're all down a lot. So they have to have a bottom. At some point, that's the way stocks trade. So as a trader, I know that these are finding a bottom. I see the bottom. It's obvious. You can see the bottom formulating. They're going to make a run.
Have you checked that HIP?
That's
that New Strike Resources.
HIP. Let's pull it up. HIP.
You might have to punch in New Strike Resources.
Yeah, they're at 37.5 cents, up 8% today. It's really good.
There you go. That's nice.
Yeah, it's very nice.
That would have been a nice little sniper trade there today.
It
right?
would. It would. Yeah, see, these are the
And
types of
you know,
companies. This is what I'm saying. These are the types of companies I want to be watching right now because these are the ones that I think are going to be starting to make a nice move. Honestly,
you know,
I think all of them are going to make a nice move very soon here. So that's what I'm saying. Like right now, as a sniper, this is the time to get into all of these stocks.
Like I know a New Strike is a fairly new IPO and everything, but think about it. Like Supreme Pharmaceuticals, they don't have a sale license. They have exactly what New Strike has, and that's just a cultivation license. And you know the valuation. We talked about that the other day, and like there's no rhyme or reason for some of these the valuations for some of these companies. I don't understand how they value themselves. You know, and you know, Supreme is still holding its stock. You know, its value. It's still hanging in there, a little over the $1.30, right? It made a nice little move today, even.
Well, Supreme is part of the ETF, right? So they have that advantage right there.
Right, I guess. But I don't know. I think that there might be more opportunity later on with some of these smaller companies that are just going to be starting to come out because not only that, I keep hearing rumblings about news about them talking about loosening the restrictions or the regulations on the marijuana licensed producers because they already know now that as of Canada Day on 2018, there is going to be a shortage of marijuana. I mean, a lot of these companies now are doing international business too, and you know, even Mr. Trudeau said himself that something is going to have to be done about this shortage of the marijuana because they know that there's going to be a tremendous shortage on that day. There's just not enough of it being grown for the kind of demand that's being seen.
Well, that's a good problem, which is why I'm interested in consistently buying these medical marijuana stocks. Listen, Atila, I got to go. I actually have to leave and go pick up my kids from school. So I got to go now. But thank you for calling, my friend. Thank you for watching the show. And I love speaking to you. That is Atila, the medical marijuana gorilla. I can't believe it's actually 1:30. We've been live for an hour and 17 minutes now. So thank you for your time today. I wish we could talk a little bit longer. Let's touch base a little bit later. Maybe I'll give you a call a little bit later and we can continue the conversation. Okay, buddy?
Yeah, I'd like to talk to you about that article I told you about with Supreme. So give me a call later on because I found the article or not the article. It was an email that I sent them and he sent me a response. And maybe you can make some heads or tails out of the response.
No, you know what? I'll give you 5 minutes. Talk about it. Go ahead.
Well, you know, I don't have my computer. I don't have a Wi-Fi spot because I can't give you word for word how they responded to me with my question. My question was to them about their sales license and why is it taking so long for this sales license because they should have had. Now I don't know what we need to find out. What I need to find out is this system that they've come up with. As far as the regulations of getting your license, and they've already made an application for originally when they didn't get their license because of the issue they had with the marijuana. So Health Canada didn't give them their license. So apparently they have to still act on that same. When they actually try to get their inspection done, and they have to continue operating under the same conditions of that inspection. So they have a second crop they're growing now. I don't know what's going to happen to the first crop. The first crop has not been destroyed, but obviously because of the so-called contamination or possible contamination, it's extremely minuscule. You can't even measure it. I can give you an idea of the contamination. They claim that the amount of contamination, it's to compare it with 1 grain of sand in an outdoor above-ground pool. So if you can kind trying to get your head around that. You know, it's so many billions per part, per one part. You know, it's incredible the amount that I'm surprised they were even able to be able to find that in the testing, that there was this, you know, contaminant, because the amount was so minuscule. I'm very surprised they were able to actually to find the contamination within, you know, those kind of readings that they got. So extremely minute readings there, but regardless, they didn't get their license because of that. So I really do need to talk to you later on about this, their response to me, because they said something about they have to maintain their current regulation status, because if they attempt to get another inspection done, that would somehow interrupt their the status with their licensing. So need to find out a little bit more about that. I've got in touch with the company again and requesting further information on the response they gave me, because I'm a little bit confused as to what they're trying to tell me here.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. We should try to get him on the show. Listen, what's his name? Mr. Fowler? Mr. Fowler? Is that it?
Mr. Fowler.
Mr. Fowler, if you're watching, listen. We are your friend here on Rich TV Live. Atila and I, we talk about you more than anybody. I've made money on your stock. I like Supreme Pharmaceuticals. I hope you do get your license. Okay? I'd love to have you guys on our show so you guys can actually tell your story and stand out amongst all the other people in the industry. And for us, we'll accept stock, which you print. So at the end of the day, I mean, or if you want, you could probably give us some Bitcoin. I'm sure you're a smart guy. You're invested in Bitcoin. We'll accept Bitcoin. So don't you worry. We'll take Bitcoin. We'll take stock. Or we'll even take cash. And I know you got a lot of that. Don't you got like 50 million in the bank at least? So, you know, I know you guys are doing good. You guys are a big company. You're part of the ETF. We'd love to have you on the show. I know we're small guys, but we'd love to tell your story. And instead of putting out a little press release that goes in paper, we'd love to do a video press release to tell your story and spread it to the world. Now, Atila, I really got to run, my friend. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your time today. And I'll give you a call a little later. Okay, my friend?
Yes, for sure.
Cheers, buddy. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
When all else fails, buy Bitcoin. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, that is Atila. Whoa, what's going on here? Now, MGTI is a company that I really, really like. Oh, you're just here for the chicken dinner? Don't worry. Take a look at this. MGTI. I love MGTI, and let me show you why. MGTI is growing its capacity in mining Bitcoin, another Bitcoin company. Currently at 5.0 petahash, the company's facility in Washington State produces about 100 Bitcoins per month. It's pretty good. At $3,000 a share. $3,000 a share times 10, 30 grand. So it's $300,000 a month that they're making off of what they're producing, ranking it as one of the largest US-based Bitcoin miners. Further, MGT is active discussions with financial partners to grow Bitcoin output materially. Lastly, MGT stockholders have voted to change the corporate name of MGT to John McAfee Global Technologies, Inc., following a dispute over ownership and permitted usage of the name McAfee. I think MGTI could explode. I'm watching it. I'm going to buy me some. It went down a little bit. I might get me some. And I like it. I love John McAfee. I think he's amazing. I love his style. I love his story. He's a true pioneer. MGT Capital Investments, Inc., MGTI, is the process of acquiring and developing a diverse portfolio of cybersecurity technologies with industry pioneer John McAfee at its helm. MGT is positioned to address various cyber threats through advanced protection technologies for mobile and personal tech devices, as well as corporate networks. I think it has huge potential. MGTI, put it on your watch list, put it on your radar. Might have some chicken dinner written all over it. Maybe even a turkey. And for those of you out there that really like winners, maybe even some surf and turf. It's true. All right, guys, that's enough winners for the day. I'm going to go watch me some more Bitcoin. I got to go buy me some more Bitcoin. Mr. Khatam's up like 500%. And friends and company are getting involved every day because they're watching Rich TV Live. And I'm going to go get me some Bitcoin too. Remember, visit Rich TV Live. Don't forget to subscribe. Click the like down below and comment on the show. Because all I do is bring you winners. Whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's marijuana stocks, whether it's small cap NASDAQ stocks, we bring you the winners every single day live on YouTube, the greatest streaming platform in the galaxy. Now the freak is going to the Dominican Republic, and since he's going to the Dominican Republic, I thought, you know what? It might be a good time to think about doing some more videos, doing some more shows. I mean, what do you guys think? You guys think that's a good idea? You're probably wondering who's the freak, right? You probably don't even know who the freak is. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know if you do. But if you don't, well, I'm going to tell you guys who the freak is right now. Don't worry. You ready? The super freak. The super freak. He's super freaky. So, he's done a lot of cool videos. I don't know if you guys have seen this one. Let's just put out one, like, old one. Let's put out an old one. Let's put out a funny one. How about this? You guys ever seen Street Meat in the Dominican Republic?
Alright, so that's the name. The name is Johnny's Sandwich. Is the name of the truck. Like, I don't know if you guys
Johnny Sandwich.
No, I can't really see. I don't have night vision on my camera, but this guy even created his own little seating area here. We're in the corner of the club, man. So it's pretty crazy.
Nightlife.
Across the street. It's about 1:45.
That's the club in the Dominican Republic.
And it's still pretty
Club
packed,
59 Classico. The hottest club in the Dominican Republic.
Let's just see what this.
That's where the freak is going to be in like a week.
Johnny Sandwich, guys.
Johnny Sandwich! Go get your sandwich in the Dominican Republic!
The best in town, man. So
Best in town!
Check them out. Late night snack. Johnny's. It looks pretty good, man. Let's get a little close up here. Look at that.
Johnny's Sandwich.
This is toast. And, amigo, ¿cuántos dinero? For una hot dog. ¿Cuántos?
Have a great weekend, everybody. We are all connected. We're all a team. Don't we want to get along and make money so we could be like the freak? Eating some street meat in the Dominican Republic?
You're going to be famous.
See that?
Everyone's going to come here. They're going to be like, hey, man.
Everyone's going to be famous and find out about this guy. You hear that, guys?
Rich TV. This guy, oh, we got a crowd here, guys. Hold on.
Crowds lining up, guys, for Rich TV.
Yeah. Okay.
Even in the Dominican Republic.
Right there, we got the ratings. So
look at that.
DR, Sasua.
Peace.